guys, welcome to episode 1 of the Steak and Eggs podcast. It finally happened. Let's go.
Wow.
Asman came out of his house. We're all here. Yeah, so we all decided to start a new podcast because our previous 2 podcasts had some...
There was a situation.
So we were like,
yeah.
Well, I was like, why not merge? And then I knew Tectone would be down with it, and I kind of finessed Asman a little bit. Sorry about that, but we're here now, so.
Yeah. Basically, I tried to do the I'm not going to tell you no, I'm not going to tell you yes. I'll just tell you something, and then hopefully you'll forget about it. And then she went on stream, told everybody.
Don't forget. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. I mean, are you regretting it yet?
Not yet. No, there's a Wendy's nearby, so things are going pretty good.
Dude, I was instantly thinking of that.
Yeah,
we had this set. I'm actually still shocked that we all showed up today. This is badass.
You know what's crazy? Asman was on time. Me and him were late.
I was early.
Yeah.
Oh, you were early?
Crazy. Yeah, I was.
Oh my God.
Well, I had nothing to do today. Like, I just got up and I just walked around because, like, everything was iced over. Like, whenever you guys got home, like, was, like, from LA, was everything, like, iced over? And, like, I know Tectone, you got home.
I got here immediately.
You escaped.
Yeah, I escaped because I knew that was going to happen 100%. But no, it was completely smooth. But when I woke up the next morning, it was like what was it? It was like a ice level on Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It was bad.
Yeah, when I got back, it wasn't iced over, but all the trees were just all over the roads, everywhere.
Straight up, like, I got home and this shit was like a zombie apocalypse. I go to like, you know, you go by Sears or Target or like Burger King, and everything was closed. There's like trees all down. There's like cars pulled off on the side of the road. Of course, Whataburger was still open. But besides that, it was just awful. It was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad until one of my buddies was like involved in a 7-car pileup on the highway, which I was okay. Everybody was okay. Literally everybody was okay. But like, I was like, I drove back, everything was good, and then it was just like death.
I'm sure there was a lot of that because Texas just can't handle like a quarter inch of snow.
I'm gonna say these people here are idiots.
They are complete fucking idiots. Like, and the same thing. The best part about it is that it happens every year.
Yep.
And every year they're like, guys, we've really got to get this infrastructure stuff together. All right, we gotta turn this around. We can't have people with no power for 7 days. And it's like, you know, as soon as we I don't want to be political, right? But as soon as we get the Democrats out of there, all this stuff's going to be fixed, okay? We get rid of them, there's going to be no more ice storms, guys. And it's just so fucking nutty. Like, I remember I went over to my dad's house afterwards, and this massive tree trunk fell. It was like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Fell directly in front of his driveway.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Yeah. I went out there. I had to cut the whole thing down with, like, a machete and an axe.
You did that yourself?
I did until the guy a few houses down came over with the chainsaw, and then he helped me out.
That's sick.
How much did you do by yourself?
Enough for my arm to not really work very well. Yeah.
Dude, I lived in Canada for 10 years. And
sucks.
It actually sucked balls.
Wait, where in Canada? Actually,
I lived in like London, Ontario. It was absolute dog shit for a decade, but it is what it is. But like, we would get like 3 feet of snow, nothing would change, like nothing. But like down here, you have like even like a light rain shower, and everybody drives like they have no brain. I just don't get it. Just like drive 5 to 10 under, and then just not be a dickhead. Because I'm not careful about driving because I'm worried about me being stupid. It's the other people just like,
you don't want them to sue you if you run them over.
Yeah, that would also be bad.
Yeah, no, I had the same thing. Like, yeah, many times they've, like, shut down school. It's like if the temperature is, like, 40 degrees, they might shut down school here in Texas, okay? It's actually great. I
just realized this actually is a boomer podcast. We didn't introduce what the show's about. We've just been talking about the weather for, like, 5 minutes.
Okay, what's the show about?
Yeah, what's it about?
Okay, so it's just supposed to be a general podcast. You know, we hang out, we talk about whatever we want to talk about. Could be games, anime, pop culture, recent events, pretty much whatever we want to talk about. And we're going to try to get, you know, guests, people that we know from OTK, people who are other streamers and YouTubers, and just talking about whatever. Like, we're just hanging out, just hidden gamers.
My name is Tectone. Sick.
My name's Emery.
I'm Zach Rar.
That's right. You're Zach Rar.
Okay, well that settles it. I mean, are there any more intros we gotta do? I mean, I feel like
we can just get into it.
Like, I never know like exactly what to talk about whenever something's like a general podcast, so I just completely just go off the wall and read whatever I can. Like I saw the did you guys see the Seinfeld thing? I'm sure you
Dude, I've been watching so much of that. I think there's something wrong with me, bro.
I mean, you know about this?
No, I don't.
What?
So there is an AI generated
Oh, the
machine
Twitch
that
generated
that
show.
creates
Yeah, I
Seinfeld
saw that,
episodes
yeah.
infinitely, and it turned into being racist. What a surprise! Isn't that crazy? Oh no,
Transphobic.
Transphobic.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Yeah, which I was kind of impressed by because usually it takes these AIs at least a few days to be bigoted. But
Yeah,
I mean, this one, it did it in 24 hours.
And doesn't that
Impressive.
always happen? Like when they
Yes.
make AI VTubers, they become racist.
Yeah, it even
Yeah.
happened with Neurosama, which is actually heartbreaking because I actually love watching Neurosama, but like they have to be like.
Why does that happen? Like
That's a good question. It's like it really tells you a lot about humanity. You know, eventually we all become fucked up. It's really sad.
Well, it's because a lot of people, they want one of these like these AIs to say that say something crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because so they keep feeding it. They're like, okay, what do you think
they
about?
just feed it the most fucked up shit.
What do you think about black people? What do you think about trans people? What do you think about plane crashes in New York? What do you think about? And like, I can come up with a million of these, and then eventually they will get one where it's actually like bad, and they just keep training it like that, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, or like if
I
you
think
ask-
that's how it happens.
if you ask Asmongold AI what he thinks about Starforge PCs.
Oh my god,
Have you seen that
Is
ever?
that crazy seeing that? I can't even imagine.
I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, like the way I look at it is that, I mean, this AI, think about how AI was 2 years ago, right? So it's so much better now. That means in 2 years, I can just get up, phone it in, turn on the AI, and go back to bed.
Wait, dude, I've actually never even thought of that.
And it'll just stream for me the whole day. I never have to take sick days. I never have to worry about content. If somebody writes a mean message in chat, I don't see it because I'm asleep.
Wait, do you actually think that would be a possibility to where if you can build up enough of an image that your chat would just enjoy your AI bot instead of you?
I have so many like stupid catchphrases and like dumb cliche things that I say.
It is what it is.
That yeah, it is what it is, and there it is, dude. And so I thought about getting a soundboard and just doing an entire stream by just hitting different buttons on the soundboard and actually saying nothing original whatsoever. So yeah, I think the AI is even better than that.
That's scary, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know, that freaks me out, man. I don't know, maybe I feel like I'm a doomer almost, like a 50-year-old man, like chilling at home, his kids are all gone and just angry at the world, because like AI stuff is like the first thing it actually freaks me out, bro. I don't like it.
It freaks me out, and I love it.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's because I keep on getting sent like AI voice messages of like my buddies saying things, and I can't even tell the difference at all. It's like weird.
I feel like most AI voice messages, there's like always something that's a little bit off. But I mean, for how long?
Yeah.
For now, yeah.
Yeah, for now. Because that's the thing with technology like this, is that it's going to start rapidly increasing in like
Yeah, it
accuracy.
already is. Yeah.
Like, and
Like
it's
AI art got good really fast.
like too fast. Like, I don't know, because I know a lot of buddies who are also like, they're like, it really doesn't bother you.
Pretty good.
You think it's badass?
Pretty cool.
It's so
Awesome.
I think it's cool, but I don't want to
well,
be
what
replaced,
do
bro.
you? Oh, you're scared of being replaced.
Yeah, you know, humanity's already holding on by a brink, man. Like, there's no way I can compete with robots, dog. There's no way.
Great, then just
Then you
chill
don't-
out.
You don't have to.
Where do I get my money then, man?
I don't know. Have the government send you money. I did that for a long time.
Yeah.
The robots will take care of you.
It was actually funny because Neurosama plays Osu. She's an AI
Yeah.
YouTuber, and she's really good at it.
I wonder why.
Yeah, true. Oh god, that's so weird. I hate. It's weird thinking of her as either a human or an AI because the technology is so insane. But she actually went up against one of my buddies in Osu. And somehow my buddy actually beat the AI bot. So
That's
it was
impressive.
It was a
Holy
W for the humans, man. It was a W for the fleshies.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I know. I know.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of the AI art, and like, yeah, obviously, like every AI art picture, it's like everything looks really great, photorealistic, and then the person's hands have like 19 fingers. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's
Yep.
not always like that. Some of them look like perfect.
they're gonna fix it. It's
Yeah.
gonna get even better.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be crazy. It's so awesome to me.
Have you seen the AI trick where people like trick the AI art to think that they have big boobs?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's badass.
I've seen a lot of those.
Yeah,
I actually
I've seen a lot of
noticed
those,
that
too.
like the larger the character's titties are, the better the art quality is. They've trained it so much with giving these characters massive ass titties that like that's what it's trained for. That's whenever it knows, okay, now let's kick it into overdrive 4K resolution, right?
Yep.
But if you just have like, oh yeah, draw a random person on the street, it's just might as well be garbage.
Yeah.
I think at some point they're gonna add like laws to AI, because right now, like you said, people can just make voice clips. Like people can take art that was made by humans and put it into AI. Like they're literally just like taking people's stuff, right?
Me personally, I have a lot of opinions on what can or what should or shouldn't be done with AI. First of all, it's very impossible to control. Like it's so
Right,
hard to
yeah.
control. But I feel like at least they should just at least put a disclaimer or a watermark saying that, hey, this isn't the actual person. Like this isn't like actually him.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
at some
made by
point, it's
AI.
like, how do they prove it? Because I don't know if you saw, there was this big controversy where some artist got banned on like the art subreddit because the mods thought that their shit was AI generated.
With those Sauron eyes.
What, you saw it, Esmond?
Yeah, I see.
I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, they got banned because they were like, oh, this is AI generated, and the artist was like, no, it's not. And they're like, well, then change your style because it looks like it's AI generated.
Straight up like Reddit mod moment. This dude, like, so
way.
this girl, like, I think she posted like this picture, and it was like this weird girl off in like this weird cloudy area, and there were like the eyes of Sauron behind her that kind of looked like Dragon Balls, and then the post gets deleted, and then she appeals the post, and the Reddit mod goes, and he's like, listen, your art sucks. And it sucks. It looks like AI. Anybody can do this. And he literally used the one argument that a lot of artists hate, and what they're fighting against is that, you know, an AI can do this in 3 seconds and it takes you a week. You know, basically, go find something else to do because you're obviously not good with this.
Yeah.
Absolute Reddit mod moment.
I mean, most of the AI generated art right now is like anime stuff or like digital painting looking stuff, but I've seen them starting to make stuff that's like looks like oil painting.
Yeah, wait,
it
wait, is
looks
that
like
it?
it's made by hand.
That's
Yeah,
it,
that's the art.
I mean, that looks real good. I guess it's also kind of a compliment if you say, oh, that shit must have been made by AI. Looks dope as hell.
I feel like that's depressing. I don't know if I would take that as a compliment.
Really? You think
Well,
so?
Because
it's
they're
like,
like, damn, it doesn't look like you like worked. I don't know.
well, it's like you take a picture, right, and like that's going to be really clear resolution. But like if somebody can paint something that's photorealistic or like draw something that's photorealistic and be like, damn, that looks just like a picture, I feel like people would take that as a compliment. But it's weird because like in art, it's much more like subjective. It's not like an objective. Okay,
Right.
this is a lamp. This is a tree.
I know I've been a big advocate against AI stuff for a while, ever since filters on Instagram, man. Those things are
Oh, yeah.
overpowered. Those
Is
things.
that considered AI?
Maybe. I think it probably has to use some type of program in order to enhance.
I think a lot of
It does, but it's like face tracking. I don't think it's AI.
Really? I'm not sure. Whatever it is. I just had I had a bunch of like female friends who would like only be comfortable with their image if they had a filter on them, so much so where they didn't want to go outside, and this is so weird, but like mess with like the beauty standard of what it is to be like an attractive.
Yeah, no, that is a problem. Like
100%.
Instagram actually did ban a lot of filters a while ago because they were like, this is like causing like facial dysmorphia and stuff. But
Dude.
then people just like add more. So
Yeah, of course.
Dude, and I don't know if you have this issue too, but like I don't get out of the house like ever.
Yeah, I have that issue.
I sometimes forget what the regular like Joe looks like in the world. So sometimes I go to like Walmart at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to see all like the freaks and like get used to seeing what the
Yeah, it's like
world
going to-
actually
it's like going to-
is.
oh, that's like me. I'm going out at 2 a.m.
You see some weirdos out there.
Oh yeah, I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
And like you talk to them sometimes, and they just always have like these crazy stories, and they're trying to talk to you about like other random stuff doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I think these guys are great. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. I know some people, they make it a big deal about, you know, like, oh well, it's your body image, etc. Like at a certain point, you're gonna get old, you're gonna get ugly.
True.
Best fucking get used to it, and that's it. No matter how good you look right now, that's not gonna not gonna stay
You
the
know what's
same.
crazy right now is I
Yeah.
kept thinking this sounds like AI Asmund.
Oh, it does.
Oh,
Well, I love Dr. Pepper.
I forgot what Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I want to buy a Starforge PC. Do you know how much like Dr. Pepper I can buy with that? Dude, it's so dumb.
It's so funny.
But it actually had to be a problem for me because like I completely forgot what a normal human being like, to where I just like stopped thinking that normal looking people were attractive.
Sounds good.
Okay, guys. Well, I've you guys have seen, of course, my $2 steak video and Starforge PCs. Great segue there. and I'd like to talk to you about it. Yeah, absolutely, 100%, guys. Starforge PCs, just like my steaks, except for if you eat them, probably would not be recommended. We have 6 new PCs that you can take a look at. Make sure to check them out at starforgesystems.com. Do y'all actually like go to the because like all the time, like I don't ever order food. I just drive. I will drive to the food place and get the food. You guys just order everything?
I order 3 times a day.
Holy shit.
It's bad.
Yeah, I leave the house pretty regularly, and I see these people, so it's not really that much of a surprise to me. I just assume, like, look, guys, I've been to some of these conventions. I've seen what these people look like. They don't look the way they do in the pictures, and you just got to get used to that. Right, and that's it. And I bet I don't either, right? You meet me, and it's like I've got one angle. You can't see the fact that I'm bald here, or like I've got maybe a couple of gray hairs up here. Yeah, you don't see that because that is intentional. So I think that's the case with everybody.
Well, you got gray hairs?
You seen all the shit that happened this last year?
That's true. That makes sense.
God damn right I do.
Yeah.
I can't see it from here.
There it is.
My eyes are going bad.
Yeah. No, I've seen a lot of the AI stuff. I mean, they're, with like body dysmorphia, man, AI deepfakes. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, they're bad.
Oh my God. I cannot believe that. Well, actually, let me rephrase that.
You can't believe it.
I can absolutely believe this. But it's still crazy that it's happening.
And it's like been happening for a super long time.
Yeah, it's been around for years
Yeah,
now.
super long time.
Yeah, but they sucked. The difference is that now they're good.
Well, I think there was some outliers that were good. I think I saw one like 5 years ago, and it was like what, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
You know, it usually happened to like just celebrities, but now it's just like happening to like everybody because the technology is like so widely available.
It's so easy to use.
Yeah, there's like even like apps. Like
people were like coming into my stream. They're like, "Do you consent for us to use deepfake AI of you?"
What?
No way.
Yeah.
Really? Like in mass or like a one guy?
It's like a dozen.
Really? Yeah, 12 guide?
Yeah, a dozen guys. Yeah.
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Like a weird fringe question like that?
Yeah, that is actually super
I
weird.
don't think it's that weird, and I think it's going to become less weird. People are getting more and more and more weird every single year.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't
It's
disagree
nuts.
with that.
Like, you're going to have people that are like, they're so like mentally warped that they can only get attracted to animals that aren't real.
Animals.
That's how I am with women that are only in anime.
I was about to say, Tectone, you're just a massive weeb.
Yeah, that's the problem, dude.
Well, that's the first step, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's the beginning, and then it just gets worse from there.
Yeah, first
Exactly.
up anime girls, next thing's dolphins.
Yeah, yeah.
Gonna get worse and
Then
worse.
imagine
Bro,
what's
what
after
the
that.
fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
But they're a highly intelligent breed. That's so weird to say. But the problem with deepfakes is that before it used to be like high skill cap. Because like you had to like actually do it yourself. There are literally apps on the phone where it's tap face, tap person,
There's
swap.
apps.
Yeah, swap.
I mean, I'm not really surprised. I just didn't know how like accessible it was.
People love doing that stuff. Like, that's why they do it. And it's like, there are always the weirdos, right? But there's plenty of other people that are like, oh, look at me. I've got the Donald Trump filter, and I'm going to say, that, you know, my school essay is really good, and I'll send it to the teacher. Maybe they'll give me a good grade. Something stupid like that.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of these other different types of deep fake apps. Like I saw one for Tom Cruise. This one guy did. Oh my God, it was crazy. And I'm not sure where it's going to end up, but it seems like, again, like the high skill cap is gone. Anybody can do it now. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's available to bronze elos now.
Scary.
It's rough.
Bronze
Yeah.
elos.
You ever miss Trump?
Well, I don't need to. I mean, he doesn't really go away.
Yeah.
And like, I think, again, we're going to have a new, like, I mean, the next election cycle is going to come out. He's going to go ape shit again, and it's going to be great.
I just miss the content. I don't miss any of the presidential shit. I don't care. But the content
I haven't
was
heard like,
hilarious.
anything about Biden really besides him like falling off the bike.
Biden,
I don't seek it out. What, you didn't see him fall off the bike?
No, he Trumped off a bike?
No, Biden.
Oh, Biden. Joe Biden?
You didn't see him fall off the
I
bike?
haven't seen
I
that.
could believe that happened.
No, he was like riding a bike and he just kind of like stopped and like.
Well, he's like what? He's like what?
Yeah,
Like
he's
10,000 years old?
Yeah, he's 80 years old. Like,
Yeah.
wow, I mean, I would be worried about him. I mean, to me, like, I don't know, like, any of that stuff. I haven't really kept up with it that much. I remember I watched, like, a lot of the elections whenever I was younger. And, like, now I don't because I remember thinking, okay, this is what, yeah, there it is right there. And he's just going. I I mean,
Tectone, that's an elderly man. Stop laughing.
LaMau, bro.
where's the Secret Service? Like, I mean, really? I mean, shouldn't they be there? Like, hey, Mr. President, like, what if there was a bomb underneath that road or something? Right?
How many people are swarming, and how many people just have their phones out?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, wow, the president just fell down. No, I'm not going to help him. Let me take a picture of it real quick. Oh, my God. Here, let me see. Hi.
I'm so tired of that era, dude. To take photos of everything era, bro. It's so weird. I don't know, man. I don't think you should be able to run our country if you can't ride a bike, bro. That dude needs lessons. That's embarrassing.
When was the last time y'all been to a concert?
Concert?
Yeah.
Like 6 years from
11 years.
Okay. So if you go to a concert nowadays, the entire thing, there are some concerts that literally have a rule. Put your fucking phone down.
Thank God.
Because every single person up there is like this. Like, oh, wow. And it's like, the worst part about it is, have you ever gone on somebody's Instagram story and seen them doing this?
And it sucks.
And it's garbage. Like, nobody ever
I don't
wants...
care.
Yeah, true.
Nobody ever wants to see 17 different Instagram stories of your shitty recording of, I don't know, the Strokes playing.
You like the Strokes?
Yeah, I love them.
Fucking love Strokes, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, no, I thought of them. I actually saw them in concert.
Really? How long ago? Do you actively go to concerts? Because I have no idea. I literally have no idea what you do off stream at all.
I mean, like, I have, like, a lot of friends in Austin, so I've been to concerts before. I mean, around in this area. Like, I don't really go out and actively seek them. But, yeah, sure. I mean, I think I've been to one, like, maybe a few years ago.
Yeah, I'm going to one in a little bit because Muse is coming here. And I'm like,
Muse is coming here?
Muse is coming, which is badass.
A lot of artists come to Austin, but I've never gone out for that.
But, like, for me, like, my childhood bands were, like, what? Radiohead, Strokes, Muse, Black Keys, and the other one, it's like Animal something. Can't remember what they're called. They make some really good songs, though. Why You Always Call Me When You're High? You know what I'm talking about?
Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys, that one, yeah. I guess I'm getting to the age where, like, I actually want to do shit with my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm like 29 now, man. But I feel like I'm like 1,000.
Yeah, only got 1 year left till it's over.
I know. And it's horrifying.
Wait, how old are you?
32.
Yeah. How's it feel?
To be honest, I spent my entire 20s dreading turning 30.
That's where I'm at.
And then the day that I turned 30, I was like, who fucking cares?
Let's go.
I'm like, yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. It was actually the weirdest thing. I was thinking, like, oh my God, this is it. My life is over. I'm going to start getting back problems. You know, I'm going to start getting gray hairs. I'm going to be old. I'm going to wake up. I won't be able to sleep. And, like, all these, like, old people problems.
Yeah.
No, I still live like a degenerate, just like I did when I was 16.
Yeah.
Feels great.
See, all those issues you're saying that you're going to have, I've had those since I was, like, 16, dog.
Well, is it because of your height?
Yeah. Dude, I'm like 6'7". It's awful.
I always said this on Noodle Shop. I feel like 30 isn't that old. I'm like one of the younger people in this like circle of
You're not that young.
creators.
You're not
I
that
said younger,
Right.
not young.
Right.
I'm 25, but everyone around me is like almost 30 or is 30, and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm dying soon." I'm like, "Bro, shut up! Like, who fucking cares?"
Well, the problem is I'll just say it, I mean, there's a big difference with
Oh
a guy
my
turning
God.
30 and a woman turning 30.
How?
There's the way society sees it, man, it's rough.
What do you mean?
You don't think so?
You talking about how like
I think if a girl, like, what Tectone is saying is, like, obviously, like, girls get less attractive in the eyes of a lot of guys. Like, I've seen, like, an attraction chart where it's, like, you know, guys, you know, like, whenever they're 20, they think 20-year-old girls are hot. Whenever they're 30, they think 20-year-old girls are hot, right? And so that's kind of, like, what he means. And it kind of sucks that happens, but I don't really know.
I didn't come
It's not my issue. It's not my issue.
I mean, I don't fucking care.
Right.
Yeah, it is what it is. To me, like, I never really tried to worry about that as much, but I do feel like it's weird to look at yourself from, like, 5 years ago on camera and then be like, wow, I kind of look different than I do now, right? It's like, what the fuck? Like, did I actually have more hair? Like, were they right? Like, what is this? It freaks me out.
Yeah, I don't know. I just aged bad, bro. I lost my hair quick. And I
Oh
can't
my
see.
God.
You have more hair than me, bro. People say that your
That's
ass
what
is
you
bald. There's no way, bro.
I'm
hair is
shit about this.
bad,
Oh my
bro.
God.
It's worse than, like, Vegeta's hairline from Dragon Ball Z. First anime reference. That's badass.
Oh my god, okay, that is bad. Holy
It's
shit.
bad. I don't know. It came out of nowhere, man. When I turned 26, I just exploded. That's you next year.
Uh-oh.
Because you're already balding, too. Yeah, I saw the clips where you lift your hair up. It is bad.
That's just my forehead, bro.
Yeah, that's a 5-head, bro. That's bad.
My forehead is not that big. It just looks bigger because you're used to seeing no forehead.
No, I don't think that's it.
Yes, it is. Look at it. 4.
No, that's almost 5.
To be honest.
Why 4?
Put your pinky lower. It's not.
Yeah, put your pinky lower, dog.
Hey, what now? What now? Is that good?
You can put your thumb in there, man.
No way. Really?
Yeah, we're fighting losing
Oh
battles.
my god. It's not a good time. I started losing my hair when I was like 20, and I didn't want to admit it, or like 21. And my mom told me I was losing my hair. She watched a video, and I was showing her, like, look at this video of me and Zach driving to Whataburger, Mom. Look how cool we are. And she's like, oh, you're going bald. That's nice. You know, your grandfather was bald. And then it was like, okay, great. Now this is my life.
I had the same talk, dog. I had the same talk. But it's because I used pomade. You ever use pomade when you were a kid?
No.
Pomade? Yeah, there's this really thick, like, wax.
Oh, yeah.
And I would use it in my hair all the time because I would slick my hair back. And it would hurt a lot. And each time I would use it, it would pull my hair out. But I was like, nobody else in my family's bald. I'll be good.
I had one guy in my high school, and he would style his hair with Elmer's glue.
That's so
like,
gross.
by the time, I mean, we're in Texas, right? So this shit is hot. By the time it was like lunch, 6th period, it looked like 4 or 5 people busted a nut on this guy's hair. It was so nasty. He had like these
gross.
It was. This is how gross this guy was. I mean, it was, it was a friend of mine, right? And so that's one part. And then the other thing is that I actually recognized him walking down the street, not by what he looked like, but by the shirt he was wearing.
What?
Yep.
Same shirt?
Same shirt.
That's crazy, dude.
Yep, exactly.
What, did you stop him?
No, I was just like, hey, there he is.
No, I mean, like, did he have glue in his hair?
No.
Oh, okay, thank God. So he matured?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea, really. I wasn't really paying attention to that. I just saw the shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as I know, yeah, he would, I don't even know if he graduated, because he kept coming to class the last month of school and putting a projector in his backpack and then going home with it.
Did I ever tell you about my high school experience for like my final senior year?
What's that?
So like, were you like a good kid in high school?
I never got in trouble.
That's badass.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I was a delinquent.
Okay.
I was a bad kid.
I can believe it.
Yeah. Did I tell you about this?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I went to like 3 or 4 weeks of my final senior year. Like that's the only amount of days I was inside because I would only go in for the days where they had tests, and I would get my ex-girlfriend to do my homework for me.
Right.
That way I would never have to do it myself, and I would never show up. And they didn't have an attendance policy, but like mathematically, I should have failed. But like I had so much other shit happening in my life because my parents weren't around that the principal had no one to talk to, right? So I completely cheated my way through high school, just the senior year, and they graduated me on the final day, even though I was totally expecting to be failed beyond a shadow of a doubt. I was like audibly gassed when it happened, and then like 4 or 5 years later, I go back with my buddy. His name is Edric, and then we actually meet up with my English teacher, and I met her again. I got the opportunity to ask her like, why did you graduate me?
This happened,
Yeah. And she said they graduated me because they were terrified of me. And they didn't want me in the school another year, so they just said, yeah, you can graduate, so you'll leave us the fuck alone.
One of my friends had that exact same thought.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
No, I remember there was one time I had a homeroom class, and it was supposed to be like a credit, and I just never showed up to it for the entire year, and nothing ever happened. I never worried about not graduating, because it's like every moron has a high school diploma, right?
Yep.
So it can't be that hard. I don't know. Emmy, were you bad in high school?
No, not really. I had pretty good grades too. Well,
Got good grades?
I had good grades. I mean, I wasn't like the perfect high schooler. I wasn't the perfect child, but I would say I was probably like a 3 out of 5.
What would you categorize yourself in, like for like stereotypical high school groups? I was a loner. I don't think I qualified with anything. Or the weeb.
I don't really know. Like people would consider me popular, I guess, but
You were a popular kid?
Well, it was like one of those things where like everyone kind of knew me and like would talk to me, and like I had like a lot of. It's so cringe. I hate these kinds of conversations.
Why?
It feels so cringe. I don't know why.
You know, like,
Yeah, I was pretty cool.
yeah, I was cool.
Yeah, like it's like what am I supposed to say? But like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Let's go ahead and say it. Just inflate your
A
ego.
bunch of different groups of people.
Oh, okay. So like,
I had a lot of different groups of friends and stuff like that because like I would have some classes that were like the AP like high placement classes, and then I would also have classes where it's like if you just don't throw anything out the window, you will get at least an A in this class.
yeah.
And I had so many different kinds of friends, but I was not really like my parents always would tell me. They said you can do whatever you want. We don't care. You can do drugs. You can drink.
Yep.
You can sell like whatever you want. You can steal things. But God damn it, we better not hear about it. And if we hear about this, you are done. And so that was always my policy, is that I would never go over the line and actually get in trouble. And so I would never actually cross that line.
Oh yeah, I've heard some of your old stories.
Get the milk cartons with a courtyard.
But I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, we get like old milk cartons that are hot.
Yeah.
And we play fire and bolt.
Huh?
Thrown into the courtyard with all the people there and like a grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were fucking assholes.
That's sick. Yeah, I would bring a slingshot to school without paintballs, and then I would just fucking zap those all over the walls.
And you never had any fun like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I never did shit like that.
Really?
Why?
It was awesome.
Yeah, our bus would be late. We have a water bottle. We fill it up with rocks, and then we take the rocks out of the water bottle and throw them at cars on the way home.
Yeah.
Good days. I remember actually I pulled up against there was a school bus like up, and I was like pulled in next to him, and I was like just sitting there, and then the kids started throwing rocks and sticks at my car, and I looked up at them and I smiled, and I was like, oh man, there it is. They're carrying on the tradition. I'm so happy. I thought it died. I thought it was over.
Yeah.
And like the kids were just so confused. They're like, why isn't he mad? I'm like, yeah, no, I think you're great. Thank you.
Do you have any cool teachers? I remember all of their names. I don't know if y'all do too. Like I feel like a good teacher can like shape a student for like.
I actually had a broadcasting teacher, and all we did in the class, straight up, this was 2007, and we would plug in our Super Nintendo and our GameCube to the school like projection service, and we were unironically streaming video games in 2007. And it got so popular, and people were watching it at the different classes, that they actually started complaining to my teacher and saying, like, you need to tell them to stop this because all the kids in my class are complaining, why do we have to work whenever they can play video games? And so we had to completely shut it down.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it's badass for a while it lasted.
No, we still played video games. We just didn't broadcast it.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
I had this teacher called Miss Baez. I took her for 4 years. It was Spanish.
Oh, my God.
By the way, I don't know Spanish, even though I took Spanish for 4 years.
I think that's
Years of-
everyone who took Spanish in middle and high school.
Dude, she did not give a shit what anybody did. She just said, just don't cause problems. So I would just chill in the back, and I would bring my little laptop to school, and I'd play World of Warcraft every day, and it was so sick. And then her and I would just talk about whatever, and then she would bring me in to actually talk to like her younger classes because she thought I was such an angel. But it was weird because like I guess I was like a controversial figure even back in like high school, to where either my teachers loved me or they despised me. But Miss Baez was a special. She was like a different breed. Like she was so sweet.
You got to play WoW like on the school Wi-Fi.
Yep.
So things must have changed when I was in high school because every gaming website, even like things like Reddit and Tumblr, were all blocked. Like they figured that shit out when I was in high school.
I went to a private school.
Oh, okay, maybe that might help a little bit.
It was a very expensive private school.
I would have to skip school to play League.
When I was in 9th grade, I went to a public school because I went to public school my entire life.
Yeah.
Besides 8th grade, but 9th grade, I went to a public school in this place called El Paso, Texas, and my science teacher like actually like strangled me.
Oh,
because
really?
He hated me so much. So then I got transferred to a private school. Bro, it's just the freest shit ever. It was
Really?
dude, oh my God. Private schools are so, at least the one I went to, they was so badass.
I loved the school that I went to.
Was it public?
Yeah, it was public school.
Yeah.
Like I remember one of our I think it was a midterm, was to not piss the teacher off.
Sick.
Don't piss me off. And she was hungover or something like this. This was in like sign language class, which, by the way, I don't know any sign language.
They had cool broadcasting classes, sign language class. I would have taken those.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I know how to sign is water, because you'd have to sign that in order to leave class to get water. So I was just like, yeah, I've got to go get water. I'll be back on Tuesday, okay? Yeah, that's it. And so, yeah, I mean, we had some good times. I remember one time we were throwing books out the window, and she comes up and she's so angry and upset because she said we can hit somebody, and we told her we're not going to hit anyone we check before we throw one. She says, "Okay, that's fine," and walks away. I can't even believe this shit happened. Yeah.
They get paid so little.
They get paid no money, and they have to deal with kids that are animals.
It's awful. Like where I used to live, homeless people on average would make more than teachers post-tax.
Right, of course.
Which is like, how is that even possible? Like, no wonder all these teachers hate their job. Like, and I mean, hate their job. And I'm sure we've all had an experience with a teacher where it was like, this person does not want to be here.
Oh, no.
At all. Which was that was the majority of them. They did not want to be there.
We had this teacher, her name was Miss Topping, and my friend drew a female dragon masturbating on her chalkboard before she walked in on the first day of class.
Yeah.
And then she said her name, and he said, "Miss Topping, that sounds like a porn star name." And she looked at the chalkboard, and she walked away on the first day of class. It's a great class. We had so much fun that year.
That sounds so good. Did she come back?
Yeah, eventually.
Oh, okay. Wait, like a day or like the same day?
Yeah. She came back the same day, like 20 minutes later, and then she quit the next year.
Wow. She's an angel.
She was.
I wanted to talk about sign language, because I actually always wanted to learn sign language.
Yeah.
Just because, like, dude, I feel like it would be really beneficial in the zombie apocalypse.
Really?
What?
Yes.
What?
And that's, dude,
Just to be quiet?
yeah, be able to communicate around the zombies and like around.
You think about stuff like this a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, because you were saying earlier that like AI is like the apocalypse. I was like, bro, what?
Dude, no,
That's skipping a few steps.
No, I'm a firm believer that there's going to be an apocalypse, probably in the next 30 years.
Okay.
COVID 20?
Yeah, 100%. Which we need another COVID. I'll be real. Also, I'll be the first one to say it. Okay, which needs better analytics, and COVID analytics were badass.
I mean, it was great for the 2 years during COVID because it's like, guys, I can't go out. COVID. Sorry, I can't come to this obligation.
Yeah, let's be real. If it happened again, most people would be like, fuck it. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not popular anymore. It's not trending on Twitter. Nobody cares about wearing a mask. It doesn't matter how high the cases go. People are just going to do whatever they want.
Yeah, obviously, sucks for anybody who was negatively affected by COVID, by, like, family members and loss and all that stuff. But, like, for me, that's when I realized I was a loser.
Yeah.
Because I was like, COVID happened. Everybody's depressed about not going out. Bro, my lifestyle did not change even
I've been
a little
quarantined
bit.
for you.
I haven't heard about COVID rates in a while, but last I heard they were like higher than ever. Just no one cared anymore.
Yeah.
Is it still like that?
Wait, really? They're higher than ever?
Well, last I heard, but that was like a while ago.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of anybody.
I haven't heard anything
forever.
about it in forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still happening. Like, I don't know. I mean, I just remember for those 2 years, it was like I never had to go out. I never had to meet some obligation. Somebody would come over to the house. I can't answer the door. It's COVID. Like, look, I got a quarantine. It is what it is. Sorry, guys. I can't come to this obligation.
Yeah.
Oh, I got invited somewhere. I'm not going to make it. Oh, man, guys, it's COVID. It was like the best get out of jail free card ever.
I hate it because, like, dude, I can't talk about that with other people, man. But I actually loved COVID era. It was actually badass for me. I got 2 cats during it, too.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people got COVID pets, which, by the way, oh my God, they became codependent as crazy. For, like, owners that got pets during COVID to where they had, like, all the time in the world to spend together with them, but now they're having to go back to their jobs. Now those pets are super depressed, but I don't have to do that. So I have, like, 2 beautiful kitties that are just, like, their entire world is me. They don't know anything else besides this is Tectone.
Yeah, just getting petted.
This is my God. This is my ruler. So they both sleep side by side on my head every night. It's so cute.
That's great. I mean, my cat scratched me.
You have a cat?
At my dad's house. Well, I had 2.
I had no idea. I thought you only had like raccoons and
I
possums.
think you had possums.
Well, I have those too, but like usually, well, I got new siding on the house because basically the insurance company, the house insurance company, said that this shit ain't cutting it, basically. And so I had to get all new siding and everything because there's a gigantic hole in like my house where like raccoons would live in the attic. And it's like I didn't really think this was a big deal because like
How?
Well, because I don't go in the attic.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they're over there, I'm over here, like, what's the problem? And also, it's like, this is just not really a priority for me. I was, like, trying to farm, like, a new mound or something like that. I wasn't thinking about the raccoons.
Yeah.
And anyway, so this would happen sometimes, like, at my dad's house, the raccoons, possums sometimes get in the house. It's kind of annoying. But other than that, yeah, no, I had 2 cats. And one of them got, but the other one is... This cat,
oh no,
he has a death sentence. Like there was a time that this cat was laying in the street, and a car pulled into the street, and they had to drive around this cat.
Really?
Because he was laying in the street, he wasn't going to move.
So he like attracts death no matter where he is.
Yes.
So he's like guts.
He almost got crushed with a garage door. And,
Jesus.
yeah, my dad crushed because he would sleep on top of the garage door. Well, he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
You
crushed.
just didn't care?
What?
You just didn't care?
My dad?
No, the cat.
Oh, no. Yeah, the cat just laying in the street. And then the car slows down, waiting for the cat to
Would the
move.
cat be like deaf or something maybe?
No, it's not deaf. He just doesn't give a fuck.
He don't
Just
give a
doesn't
fuck,
care.
bro.
Okay.
He's just chilling, man. He's chill like that.
Chill with
Yeah,
that.
he scratches people all the time. I don't know how people have cats that don't scratch them.
None of my cats scratch.
That's crazy.
They don't bite. They don't scratch. None of that.
Can rabbits bite?
They can, yeah, but only if they're scared.
Have they ever bitten you?
No.
Really?
Well, some of my rabbits, they'll kind of like chomp,
Yeah.
but they won't like bite, like it doesn't hurt. It's just like when they want attention. But rabbits don't bite unless they're scared. Like they're trying to be like, fuck off.
So what do rabbits do?
They kind of just sit there. I don't know.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Is
You
it
don't
like
have to
a,
hurt
They
them.
play. They run around.
like a potato, but it has legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they like run around and play or like cuddle with other rabbits.
How many do you have?
I have 5 right now.
What?
I thought you had like 10.
Some of them I rehomed because I was like don't have as much time for them anymore. I was feeling bad, and then a lot of my family members and like friends have always like liked rabbits because of my rabbits. So like I was kind of like, well, if you want them,
Wait, do you still have Bungie?
Rabbit.
no, I don't.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked. You never. Came
Why would
up
I
with it.
ask? Hey, are you getting rid of Bungie?
I didn't know you liked Bungie that much.
Bungie was my favorite by far.
Shit.
What about the fat one?
The fat one? I still have the fat one.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. It's like a little cat, you know?
I'm a firm believer that probably everybody in this room has had a bad experience with a cat. Probably. You ever had a bad experience with a cat, Emmy? You definitely
Well,
have.
like being attacked by a cat.
Yeah, like you've been bit.
I have a
I've never
scar
been
on
attacked
my
by a
face.
cat.
Yeah.
Oh my
Scar on
god.
my face. A cat scratched me. No, I was fucking with him. I deserved it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
Well, I got owned by a cat like
Yeah.
12 years. I got a scar on my wrist from it.
Yeah.
I think it is so rare to actually see a cat owner actually raise a cat correctly.
Yeah.
Because so many of them treat them like inanimate objects. They're like, oh, I got a fucking
It's like a
cat.
stuffed animal.
Yeah, exactly. I got a fucking cat. All right, I'll just put him in my house and I'll ignore him for like 9 months.
Yeah.
Like if you actually if you raise a cat like a dog, it's just like it's a completely different animal.
It's just a fluffy dog.
Yeah, exactly. A dog that you don't have to take out and walk. Which, by the way, dude, who in the I don't even know if this is real or not. I always wanted to own a dog. I wanted to get a husky.
Yeah.
But then apparently, like, you have to like take him out and like walk him for like an hour.
I mean, some people like doing that.
Bro, who has time for that?
If you have a big enough backyard, I don't know if you have to.
I don't know. I had my buddies. They were husky owners, and they would walk dogs for like 2-3 hours a day. And I'm like, bro, in what world does anybody have that much free time? I have like 30 minutes a day tops, and I usually use that to take a shit. That's it.
There's a dog walker, and it's this guy. It's actually a few different guys, but one of them never wears a shirt, but he always wears like one of those like Hawaiian shirts with like cargo pants, and he has like one of those like you know, like those scooters that are like motorized.
Yeah.
That you can sit on. They're like skateboards kind of, and he will listen to Tame Impala and walk 30 dogs at a time. I
That's
swear to God.
sick. That
is
sounds
sick.
so awesome.
And like he'll just listen to it on a boombox, and he's just literally coasting around the neighborhood with 30 dogs pulling him around,
fuck?
listening to music.
Sounds like a
all
movie
day.
scene.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's great.
I just look at one of the dogs like fight each other. Are they all just really good boys?
I mean, they're dogs. Most, I don't know. I never had a dog. I have no idea, but I feel like if like you kind of get over it after a while.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
What about dogs?
I'm not a dog.
Dogs scare the shit out of me.
Really?
Yeah, like a poorly, because a lot of people also poorly raised dogs.
Right, you get attacked by a dog.
Oh, all the time. But also my problem is I'm so tall that the majority of dogs, when they jump on you, because owners don't like train them to not jump on you, they always just knock my nutsack so hard. When they jump on me, they just instantly just like beam it. And it's every dog. I'm like at the universal height for like unlucky nutcats by dogs.
Ooh.
I'm at the opposite height where when a dog jumps on me, I get knocked over. That happened to me at the shoot that we did for my ownership. There was a big-ass dog there, and it jumped up, put its hand on my shoulders, and I fell in the dirt.
It's actually so funny.
I fell in the mud because the dog jumped on me.
Oh my god! I didn't
It was
even know
awesome.
that.
It was a really nice dog. It just wanted to play. It didn't like attack me. Or
I
anything.
felt so bad for this dog. So we went over to this random castle. So we go down to, I mean, this is some random, like, podunk, off the grid,
That's a good word.
off the map, like Texas town. Think of the smallest Texas town and like the name of that, and it's smaller than this because I'm pretty sure this one didn't even have a name.
It was literally just houses like a mile apart each and then one gas station.
Yeah, and then you go into town, and the big thing that they have in town, you know how like New York has the Empire State's Building, and then Dubai has like 50 other different tech things, and you know, I think France has that big dome or the Arc. Well, this town had a Dairy Queen.
Sick.
Yeah, it had a Dairy Queen, and I go to the Dairy Queen, and they actually didn't even have salt and pepper. That's the kind of place they're at. So I'm thinking to myself, did I just drive 2 hours to not go to a castle? And I randomly, like, Google Maps is telling me, they're like, you need to drive inside of this ranch and then take, like, 3 turns to the left, 2 turns to the right. And I'm like, I'm walking in here. I'm like, somebody's going to, like, this is Texas. Somebody's going to fucking shoot me. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. And then randomly, there was this sign. You guys remember the sign where it had the little picture of the castle?
Yeah.
And then we go in, and I see this gigantic castle surrounded by a moat. And I get out, and there's just this white dog chained to a tree. And he's
this giant dog, and he was so happy to see us. He was like, "Oh, these people are gonna play with me."
Wait, so is that the castle that you recorded at?
Yeah.
It's
Okay, I haven't been there yet.
Did you play Elden Ring?
Oh yeah, I crushed
So
it.
remember those dogs, like not the small dogs, but like the larger, like fluffy, floofy dogs that like have a little bit more health?
What zone were
To
they in?
kill dogs in Elden Ring?
Because I remember the disgusting ones.
They're not even like corpse dogs like in Dark Souls. I haven't played
There
Elden
are
Ring
some
yet.
corpse dogs. There's a lot of corpse dogs. They're disgusting. And they're also always the worst enemy to fight in the game. Dude, I don't know what it is. I think the mobs are harder in Souls games than the actual bosses. Because, like, dude, when you get, like, 7 or 8 of them, because I don't fight them. I don't fight any mobs. I run past until I find the next boss. I don't fuck with any of that shit. Plus, because, like, I don't want to be over-leveled and play Elden Ring or Dark Souls. It just ruins the entire game. Like, nobody's impressed if you can beat a boss if you have 50 vitality, bro. You have to get hit 1,000 times. So I skip all that shit. When I get lazy and I get mauled by, like, 19 dogs, bro, I break controllers. Speaking of which, I broke 4 controllers during my Elden Ring.
Holy shit!
I'm an angry guy, Asmund.
I saw you do those Millennia pulls. That was a bad time.
But you saw that?
It was a bad.
Is that the final boss in Elden Ring?
In terms of difficulty, yes. Not in terms of the story.
Oh, okay.
8.5
Yeah.
hours.
I'm waiting to play it until I do a Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, 8.5 hours on Millennia.
How are you liking Dark Souls 1?
I love it, and he keeps saying it's the worst Souls game, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
it
well,
is.
shit, if it's the worst, I'm gonna love the other ones, because I really enjoy it so far.
Well, Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is the worst.
Dark Souls 2 is literal dog shit.
Yeah, but I would say Dark Souls 1 is probably the second worst.
I think Demon Souls sucks.
You play the remaster?
Yeah, I mean it doesn't suck. Like it's a great game, but it's just so easy and so like surface level. It's not that.
I get that.
I actually think Dark Souls 1 is like it's one of my favorites. I love that game because like the interconnectedness of the world. Like, have you gone down the rabbit hole of watching like 1-hour video essays about?
Not yet. I'm
NPC
waiting till I'm done.
By Vati Video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people have been
Vati
telling me
Video
to
is
watch
so
that.
good. He completely, like, content creators like that, he transformed my run for Bloodborne, which is now my favorite Souls game. Bloodborne was so good, because, like, a lot of Dark Souls bosses, it's like, dodge, wait to do their little thingy, and then you go, bop, and then you wait, dodge, wait to do the thingy, bop. Bloodborne is just like...
Here's what Bloodborne's like, Emmy. Remember where you shoot Esfand and Miz?
Yeah.
That's Bloodborne.
That's what
the
people
game.
were saying
Yeah.
at the end. They said like, "Oh, Emmy's gonna play Bloodborne," but yeah,
You'll love it.
that wasn't even supposed to be like cool. That was just supposed to be stupid. Like, oh, she had a gun the whole time. I didn't even know that was another Souls related type thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it worked out, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll say, I played Bloodborne, I did not use that gun at all.
Really?
Yep.
I
not
did the
use-
same thing.
Yep, didn't use it at all.
I played it like an absolute monkey.
Yep, my buddy Lareau, he told me that there was this goofy weapon in the DLC that he could guide me to, that he wanted me to use. It's called like the whirligig saw.
Yep.
And I used it in the connected stance the entire time, and I was just mowing kids the whole time. Dude, it was so funny. I loved it.
Oh yeah, I watched you. You just completely popped off.
Yeah.
You're killing everybody. And like I know that like have you had people that watch your playthrough and then get mad that you do one or another thing? Besides me.
Yes.
Not really. I have seen people who think I'm pretending to play for the first time because, like, I've done some things, like, really lucky, I guess.
Yep.
So, but I'm just kind of like, well, I don't really care.
Yeah, I had a lot of people that think they thought that I was going downstairs whenever I went to use the bathroom and looking up strategies on my phone, and I'm not actually using the bathroom. I'm looking up cheats to where I can look smart on the game.
So, dude, people are so dumb with that, man.
And like,
I think it's just because, like, everyone wants to see people do worse.
Yeah.
Or, like, maybe they, like, you know, like, really struggled on this one part.
Yep.
I don't know. That's
then
all, like,
somebody gets through it in like the first try. They're like, bro, like there's something wrong. Like she watched a speed run. Like there's no way anybody could do this without wiping on it 30 times like I did.
Yep.
Okay, like with the Taurus demon that jumped off the bridge, people were like, oh, she knew. But the thing is, like, I already died like 15 times. So like, it's not even like that was like my first attempt.
Did you actually not know about the magma guy?
Well, okay, I didn't know. But the reason I ran is because I saw my chat saying run, so I thought it was like, what's the other boss? The dragon that's on the bridge where you can literally just leave. I was like, oh, this is an optional boss, I can just leave.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that was going to happen, but I mean, I was influenced.
Yeah, it was a good clip.
So.
Yeah, my thing with Dark Souls 1 is that I've played it 1,000 times, but I always quit. Because either someone would come up, or this was back when I was worse at video games, and it was too hard. Because when Dark Souls originally came out, it was like crazy difficult compared to anything else. But like these days, like we've all played so much shit since then, it's way easier. So like I always quit when I got the Lord Vessel, and I never got past that. So I actually discovered a new boss, which was the worst thing on earth. The tree boss with the swipes.
That one's so stupid.
Dude, it was so
Garbage.
Yeah.
Literal garbage fight.
But I fought Artorias, who I used to have a statue of.
Right.
Because he just looks so cool, and I've been wanting to fight him for like 9 years.
I don't know if I fought that guy.
You haven't yet, and I'm really excited to watch it.
Don't spoil it.
I won't. No, I'm just
I've been really careful not to watch anyone's like playthroughs or consume content.
it was just so cool. The fight was so perfect. It is exactly everything I wanted from the fight, and all the lore, like with like Sif and all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I was tearing up. I was so happy that like the boss I was looking forward to fighting for like almost 9 years was as good as I was hoping it would be. I fucking love Souls games.
I remember I did that boss fight and I died, I think like 40 times because I was super underleveled, and like basically everybody in my chat kept trying to sabotage my run however they can. It's like, oh yeah, throw it away. No, you don't need that. No, you don't need that. And then like trying to get me to like destroy my weapon or use something to just make it take longer or make me mad. Oh my god. Like I still have like PTSD from Dark Souls 3. How bad it was. This was insane.
Never played it.
As soon as I finished my stream, I would look on my subreddit and there would be like 30 different threads. Asmongold is failing the community. Asmongold secretly sucks at Dark Souls 3. Asmongold is such a bitch. And just going ape shit about this. Like, what is this? What are you getting so mad about? And they just never stopped. It was crazy. Because, like, what would happen is I played this one build that was just, like, completely broken, and I just face rolled through all the bosses without even learning anything. And these people that, you know, they spent, like, 20, 30 tries on this boss, I just killed it in 2 tries.
Yep.
It's fucking easy. And, yeah, that made a lot of people mad.
Dude, I had a completely different experience.
Really?
Because for Bloodborne, my community was like, holy shit, how is he crushing this game?
Yeah.
There's this boss called Orphan of Cause. That's a pretty difficult boss. I didn't find it difficult. I think we both one-shot, didn't we? We both did, right? Yeah. And my chat was just losing it over that. And then, like, even, like, some of the streamers were, like, I really admire, like, Kari, Vebe, Soda Poppin'.
They're sick.
Yeah, they were like, dude, I'm going to go offline so I can watch Techie play Bloodborne. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this is the coolest shit ever. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, the Souls games, I feel like everybody should play them, like, at a point. Like, especially when I saw you starting to play Dark Souls, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Because I knew you were going to like
I've always been resistant to trying single-player games, because ever since I was, like, 16, I only played PvP games. Like, I was like, I have no interest in playing a game that's not competitive. I mean, Dark Souls is, like, competitive in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, people, like, you know, compare their runs and stuff, but Dark Souls is probably the first single-player game I've gone into in a while.
Yeah.
Besides, like, Mario, I guess. I did, like, speedrunning, but, I mean, just playing Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah, didn't you beat Miz in that?
A couple times, just in races, though. My PB's not better.
Okay.
we're racing on Friday, which is in the past by the time this video comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. By the time this video comes out, you'll be on episode 2, or episode 2 will be coming up of your new show.
Oh, emote only?
Yeah.
On. Oh, I should probably know when that's at. You know what's cool?
Today
When is
this-
my
the
show
17th.
again?
Yeah, the editor. Oh, the 23rd at 2 p.m. CST.
Yeah.
That'll be the one that you can go watch. Oh, also like, comment, and subscribe on the video.
Ah,
Of
Jesus.
Of
Sick.
course, of course.
Good job, Emmy. Thank you.
I'm just helping you out.
I totally forgot
We've
about
got a
that.
ton of events and stuff coming up, like game. Wait, are you going to game day ever?
Oh, you gotta go, dude. Come on.
Oh my god.
Dude, we killed it.
Dude, it can't be any worse for you than it is for me. Like, we're both like terrible diet. Like, don't. Well, I started exercising actually.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Hello? No, I've been going to the gym for like a year off and on.
Oh wow.
Not like hardcore, but
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'll just diet. I'll just do calisthenics. I'm good. I'm not going.
I thought you like did running and went to the gym and stuff.
No, I just do calisthenics and I diet. That's it.
What is calisthenics?
Just body weight. It's like push-ups,
Oh,
sit-ups,
okay.
squats.
That's still good.
Just roll out of bed, do like 20 push-ups, then I get on with my day and I'm good to go.
Wait, did you go to game day last year or 2 years ago, whatever?
Nope, never did. I did casting for it once, and then I remember E-Rob tackled you,
Yeah.
and then my dad got mad about it. He's like, he should not have done that. That was the wrong thing. That's too much. He went too far. It's like unironically one of those commenters.
Yeah.
It's really funny. And this year I might go to games.
You should, because you did good at the dodgeball.
Yeah, I did all right.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, I forgot.
yeah, as we,
dodgeball.
yeah, as we got second, we
Yeah.
got first, that was badass. I love that, dude. The fact that we won that was so
Rolled
cool.
Those YouTubers.
Dude, everybody thought we were gonna get clapped too. I don't know
Yeah,
how
they
we
were
did.
like, it's because they were like, oh, streamers are so unathletic and
They're
unfit.
so
You think
fat and
YouTubers
lazy.
are? Like, what's the difference? Probably do more than they do.
Actually, wait, do y'all like YouTube or Twitch more?
I like, there are things that I like about both of them.
Same. But if you had to
But
pick one to do for the rest,
If I had to pick one to do for the rest of my life, always, I would probably do YouTube.
Really?
I would pick Twitch. I like the live format.
yeah, I would pick Twitch. Well, I mean, I guess you could stream on YouTube. I guess. I mean, I think YouTube is the future platform. I think Twitch is obviously not heading in a good direction.
Yeah.
But oh no, I just love the Twitch culture, man.
Honest,
Yeah.
I hate Twitch culture. I think it sucks.
Wait, what about it?
Oh wow, this is a cool new joke. Let's type it 400 times.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Okay, I get that. I
Dude,
get that.
And then, oh man, let's, Marco Polo. Oh, you say this word, I say this emote. How clever
That's
and
actually
funny.
true. Like when you stream,
Yes.
Yeah.
I can predict what my chat's gonna type 90% of the
Exactly.
time.
oh no, same. I like that though.
I kind of like that too.
I like farming. I'm a big farmer.
Well, it's like there is like a certain value on it. Like if you ever had like a cat and like you raise your arm up and the cat looks up at your arm,
Yeah.
and you're like, I control you, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, and like I can kind of feel that way whenever I'm doing my, I'm doing my streams. Like, yeah, sure, but like in general, I don't know, man. Like, there's just so many weird things that people do on Twitch. It's so weird.
Twitch is more like, I think like a lot more weirdos come from Twitch than YouTube too.
Of course they do.
I don't know, for me, like when a Twitch stream is like, I'm sure you've all experienced one where like it's just you and your chat are connected, like
Yeah.
like you are in sync, like it's an electric feeling, like for like 8-9 hours, or like even like during a subathon. I had like 2 weeks where it was just like me and my chat every day. It was fucking awesome. But like literally last night, I mean, we're I don't even know what day we are, but what day are we?
Like Monday.
Monday? Yeah, the night before I was playing Dark Souls, and I was fighting the final DLC boss of Dark Souls. Dude, and my chat was just doing this copy pasta of Lamau, Tectone, this is me on my different alt accounts, giving you the illusion that we're different viewers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm out here doing the hardest boss fight in the game.
Yes.
And nobody gave a fuck.
No.
And I was just like, bro. Oh my
I
god,
kind of think
soul
I think
crushing.
shit like that's funny though. That's why I like watching like Forsen and stuff because he'll be like doing something and his chat's just like doing their own shit.
I don't know. I can't get used to it because I like chats where it's like connected. Like like a close call happens in a game, Monka W. Like something sick happens, Pog. I don't know. I guess maybe it's cool, but for me, I'm just like not used to that yet. Like I like when the chat talks about what's happening on the stream.
I like whenever there's 3 people in chat that are having an intense political discussion.
Yeah.
And you're playing Super Mario World.
Yep.
You know, it has fucking nothing to do with it.
That would happen to me all the time when I played League. Is like 3 people would be having an argument, everyone else is just like uncomfortable. Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
I mean, it was different too because I was like a 1 to 2K streamer, so like it would just like be there and chat for like 5 minutes.
It would just sit there and you just have to read like, oh god, it's the COVID vaccine thing again. Oh fuck.
Oh wait, you know what's actually the worst?
Yep.
When you go and you do a sponsor and your viewer count is like sliced in half and the chat is just dead and then one guy just writes just a disgusting ass comment and for the first time in months you just have to see it and it doesn't go anywhere because the chat is not moving and you just see that fucking comment being like, wow bro, you sold out, and I'm just like, oh my
Who cares?
Dude, during those moments where I just want to sit there, I want to do my 2 hours exactly and move forward and just, dude, I think sponsors are good for creators, dude, because it's taking money. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't say this on a stream.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. You're taking money from the corporations, man. You're bringing it to the little guys. I feel like that's a W, personally.
I don't give a fuck about any of that. It's just money.
Yeah, I take every sponsor I can. I'll be real.
Really? I don't know. I only really take sponsors if I feel like it will be good content. Because I do a lot of like game reviews, so it's like if I'm taking sponsors and saying the games are good or anything like that, it makes it weird because people will.
I'm the same. I don't take sponsors if I'm like I don't actually like this game. I don't actually have no interest.
Well, I guess it depends for me because like if I know the game is incredibly horrible, I won't do it. But if the game is at least passable or I think it could be fun, I'm like, sure, I'm down. But the other thing is like, bro, I'm poor, bro. I'm broke. I owe the government money.
Oh, the 400K.
Yeah. Because I paid back the 400K, and then I paid back the 300K, and now I got to pay back the 360K, and then once I finish
Wait, how did this